Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. So listen, I have been making a lot of like samples and things to do my videos, or sometimes it's just a little itty bitty bit of yarn left and I'm not, it's too much to throw away, but it's not enough to really do anything with. So I was watching this video and I got this, I saw this idea. It was amazing. But this is what you can do with some leftover yarn. You can go ahead and make it into a crochet chain ball. And then you can use this yarn that you have now created to make something that is okay with different kinds of colors, right? Something like a bag or a basket or a rug or something like that, okay? So for me, it's just going to be multicolored. And my goal is to make a bag with the leftover scraps of the yarns that I have used this year. So you can theme it, right? You can match it by color, you can match it by project, you can match it by year, however you want to do it, or just randomize it, whatever. You have a whole bunch of these little itty bitties going around, then just go ahead and make this yarn. Let me go ahead and show you how to do this. So this is going to make a really thick yarn, right? Mine. Um, so let me show you. So here are some scraps that I have, right? So I'm going to go ahead with the orange, and I've already started to make a ball, right? So what I do is I make a ball of yarn. And so I have this edge here, this end here, and I'm going to tie it to the end of my new color. I'm totally random. I have some that I've double stranded that are in there. I have had some thin yarns, some thick yarns, because I'm going to make a bag out of this. So it doesn't matter. You can match it by yarn weight, by color, however you want to do it. This is how I make my yarn, my knots. Okay, so you can make, so here's what I do. I'm just going to combine these two pieces. So you go ahead and combine the yarn however you want. Um, I don't mind the knots being in this particular piece of work because I am making a really thick yarn, I guess. I'm going to be making a bag. So I like it. It's like a design choice. So I'll go ahead and pull this all the way down here. So this is how mine comes out. Again, you could just do a regular knot. Let me straighten out the orange. Okay, so you see how I have my two strands there? And again, you can leave these hanging out. I have done that. It gives it a nice little effect there. Okay. Okay, so this is my yarn. I'm not going, you can pull this tighter so that the two knots are together, but I like that change here. Again, it's going to add something different, and I'll go ahead and show you in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap it around because I'm making a ball. Okay. All right. So you go ahead and continue to do that. Pick a few pieces and go ahead and make a yarn ball with the different pieces. And then I'm going to show you the next step. So I'll meet you back here in a minute. Okay. So go ahead and just tie this onto your next color in whatever method you want. Okay. And I'll meet you and try with 4 colors. Okay. Go ahead and do 4 little colors, and then I'll meet you back here so that we can go on to our next step. Okay. Okay, so I've made my ball here. I only have 3 colors. Go ahead and make it as large as you want, okay? Or make several of them, all right? Remember, these are just scraps. And look, when I cut, excuse me, when I cut my knots off, I have some extra yarn. And here's something else you can do. Get a jar, a Ziploc bag, and go ahead and put your extra yarn in there, little bits and pieces that you absolutely cannot do anything with. This makes great stuffing, right? This makes absolutely great stuffing for pillows, amigurumi, whatever else you want. Okay, so I have, look, I have scraps. So at the end of the day, I'll go around my house and I'll pick up little snippets of yarn and put it in there. Okay, so now I have my yarn ball, which is, you don't have to put this in a ball winder, right? Unless you want to. That's totally up to you. And so this is one of the colors I was using. And here is my this is my chain ball. Let me go ahead and pull back a little bit so that you can see it. And I'm using a J hook because a J hook is like the middle of the road hook, right? It's not too big, not too small. So that would be 6 millimeters. And if you want to change the hooks throughout, that will also be great. So what I did, so here is my stitch marker. And my stitch marker, let me take my hook out. My stitch marker is on the last loop of my chain so that it doesn't become unraveled, right? And it also is a great place to put my crochet hook in to hold it steady and insert it into the ball so that I'm always using the same hook, okay? So that's just some tips and tricks there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, and I have a piece of yarn left here. Make sure that you don't crochet all the way to the end. Leave a nice tail so that you can tie it on to your next ball. Okay, this is my method. There's other methods. I believe the inspiration that I got this from, I believe that she does hers differently. She combines the yarn in a different manner. So I'm going to go ahead, and once again, I'm going to make my knot. Okay, I'm going to make my knot on this end. I can't really, I've tried to make a video to demonstrate how I do this, but my hands are a little bit shaky, and I don't seem to be able to get the angle right to show you guys. Okay, so then that's one end of my knot, and then I'm going to go ahead and make the other end of my knot. If I find a video on how to make this particular knot, I will go ahead and put it in the description. I learned this method a long time ago, but I'll see if I can find a video demonstrating how to make this knot. Again, for some reason, it doesn't translate well on the camera when I do it. Okay, so now I have my two pieces. Now, ordinarily, what you would do is you would pull the opposite ends together, and then the knots would connect. Okay, but I don't want to do that. I like this double stranding here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my edge off that and put my little snippet in the jar. It's a good way to keep your work area clean too. I do not like to waste anything. Okay, again, you can pull this. Let me show you. I'm going to pull it a little bit. Okay, and it'll put the knots together. But now I'm going to go ahead and remove my stitch marker, and then I'm going to just begin to chain to make a chain. Okay, so when I have enough yarn, I'm going to make a bag, and I guess I'll come back and show you what the bag looks like. But let me know in the comments, how did you just, did you find this helpful? Right, so you're just going to go ahead and make a chain. So I'm just going to make a chain with you for a few minutes, and don't forget, please like and subscribe, all right, so that I can bring you more great videos. What do you want to learn how to make? Let me know, and maybe I can help you with that. And if I don't know, I'm going to try and learn. Okay, and if I can, I will let you know. Now, see how I got up to the double part with the two colors? I like that. It adds a little bit of visual interest to my yarn. It makes it a little bit thicker at that point. So when I make the bag or the rug or whatever it is I'm going to make with it, it's going to be noticeable. I don't know, I just like it. Okay, I think that's really cool. So you're just going to go ahead and make your chain. Okay, and guess what, guys? You can also buy me a coffee. Do you know what that is? That's where you just donate to my channel. You can donate $5, I think, or $2, and that's enough. I think it's $5, and that's enough for a cup of coffee. And you can do it one time, or you can do it monthly. And what that does is that helps support my channel so that I can bring you more videos. All right, so you can go ahead, you can find that link in the description. I want to go ahead and chain until I get to the next color change. Okay, so you can go ahead and chain, and like I said, I'm using a J hook because a J hook is somewhere in the middle. So if I was using thinner yarn, it would be fine. If I'm using thicker yarn, it's going to be okay. You can use whatever hook you want. And most of my yarn is worsted weight yarn. So let me see, am I going to, yes, I'm going to get to the color change. So let's just hang around, just stick around with me just for another minute or two. Okay, because I want to show you the color change and what happens. So you're going to keep chaining, and you can have several balls of yarn like this and just connect them. All right, so that you don't have to stop every time you want to do a color change and connect them at that point. All right. You could do it at the end of every project, at the end of the week, at the end of the day, however you want to do it. Okay, so this is just leftover yarn from a project that a sample that I was doing, and I just frogged it because I have no need for it. So here goes the knot again, and because I'm it's getting to a point where both colors are visible, you don't really see the knot. Okay, I just like doing this. I don't know. I like working with unusual yarns. Okay, and then say I want to stop here. Say I want to stop at this point. I'm going to pull this out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker. Do not forget to put the stitch marker in there. Okay, it makes it so that it doesn't unravel. And I have my ball here, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wind my chain up. So when I'm going to go ahead and make my project, I'm not going to use this J hook. I'm going to go ahead and use a much larger hook, like maybe an L, an M, or maybe even larger than that, depending on what I want to do. So this is as much as I have. I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to insert it into my stitch marker, and I'm going to jam it in there and put it away in a bag for the next time. Okay, so I hope that that was helpful for you. I hope that this was a good tip. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what all you decided to do. Okay, and I will meet you next time. All right, bye. Te veo.